Welcome ye to the first video of That One Baby TV.
Yes.
We're so glad you're here. Thank you everybody for asking questions on That One Couple TV's Instagram account and our Facebook and Twitter and on our YouTube videos.
Disclaimer, this is going to be a long video probably because you guys did ask a lot of questions and we want to make sure we answer them all.
There's like 75. So let's get into it.
Savannah.
Walt's Classics.
Or Savannah, her real name.
So freaking excited. I can't wait to see everything, and I subscribe to the other channel. I love you, and yeah. Thank you for subscribing, Savannah of Walt's Classics. Question, can I be your child's aunt? Trick question, I already am. Well, Savannah, you answered that for yourself.
When will you tell us the sex of the baby?
We're having a party for it, August 17th.
We find out
we're gonna
August
find
17th.
out then.
Hopefully.
So we'll be vlogging that, and then it'll be very soon after. We'll probably release it in a video and then on social media. And what part about becoming parents are you most excited for? I'll let you go first.
I keep saying this. I'm really excited to see all the funny things and like weird crap our kid says, because like, and I know there's a long way off for that because like they don't come out talking.
Well, poop faces. That's
true.
Something early on.
The reason being is Dylan and I are both very different people from the normal people in the universe, and I'm interested to see what two really weird people make the personality of their child.
What I'm most excited about is teaching them things.
Yours was so nice, and mine was like, I can't wait for this ridiculous crap they say.
I'm just excited to like have somebody that I teach
that
things
listens to you because no one else does.
Like, yeah.
We got a lot of questions about the nursery, so we're gonna put them all here since we've already answered them.
I know it's way early, but have you by chance thought of Disney-themed nursery ideas?
Originally, it was an all Disney nursery.
Yeah.
But then we started realizing that, because I wanted vintage Disney, and that's really actually hard to find. And then that on top of the fact that there's so much Disney in our house anyway, that having a nursery that was all Disney might have been too much. So we wanted to do something that was more like hinted at. So it's going to be a lot of like adventure themes, like mountains and arrowheads and foxes, but there's going to be like an underlying like Peter Pan Lost Boys thing.
Hidden Mickeys too. So,
that's new. You didn't tell me that.
That popped in my brain thought. Oh, and how did you guys find out?
I was home alone and I'd been feeling kind of just blah and tired and really unmotivated for a couple days, but I thought it was because we had just gotten back from vacation not that long ago, so I just thought I just was unmotivated. But then like Lupin kept laying on me funny, which was weird, and then I called him and yelled at him for something really stupid, and I got off the phone with him and I was like, something's wrong. And I was like, something's not right. And we happened to have a pregnancy test in the bathroom, so I just took it, and I was like, it's the middle of the day, it's not gonna come out right because you're supposed to take it in the morning. I had just like gone to the bathroom 10 minutes before, and I peed on it because that's what you do. I sat it down, I went to go pull my pants up, and I looked over, and immediately it was like, immediately, you're pregnant. And I just looked at it and was like, I started laughing. I was like, oh God, what do I do? Because Dylan wasn't going to be home for like another 6 hours.
I'm so happy for you guys. Thank you. Here's a question for the Q&A. How do you think the pets are going to react to Baby B?
We've talked about that a lot.
It's been a big kind of thing, and I think that everybody's going to be really good with it except for Lupin. Lupin's going to have a hard time realizing that he's got to share the love. Yeah, let's look how the animals will react. He is really jealous really easily about other animals, other people. He's never seen a baby. He's only seen a toddler, and he did not quite like the toddler. He doesn't like kids. That's the other thing. Yeah.
If he hears kids playing outside, he gets really growly and angry.
He's an old man, so...
But Princess is super maternal, so I'm not worried about that. The only thing I'm worried about with Ariana is she's super cuddly, and her way of cuddling is to stand on us and lay on us. So I think the only problem we're going to have with her is you can't lay on the baby Ariana. And then the other two cats will ignore it.
Don't care. Congratulations! Are you going to wait until later on in the pregnancy to announce what the doctors tell you the baby is? I've heard the doctors are not always correct.
That's true.
That is true. That can happen.
I am also worried because my sister crossed her legs and we didn't know she was a girl till she was born.
Yeah.
Even though we tried to find out.
So like we said, we're going to find out mid-August.
So we're hoping, we're like, everybody cross your fingers that the baby like really cooperates and is not shy. Like,
yeah.
We're not shy.
I found you guys searching Disney because I just had a baby 5 months ago. Congratulations!
Yay!
And instantly fell in love with you guys, and I can't wait to see baby Disney stuff, baby anything. Congratulations, you guys are going to make wonderful parents. Questions for your Q&A. What are you hoping for, boy or girl? Will baby have a Disney-themed nursery?
So we answered the nursery already.
Baby, boy, or girl?
I want a girl. My whole family thinks it's a girl.
My whole family thinks it's a girl.
Well, they're all hoping for a girl. Here's the thing. The Striffers notoriously only make boys. Dylan has 2 other brothers. Everybody else has brothers, boys, everything.
Out of about 30 cousins, there's 2 girls.
2. Mm-hmm.
So I'm team boy just because everybody's team girl, and I wanna give that 50-50 a shot.
But your mom hardcore wants it to be a girl.
Oh yeah.
His mom might faint if she finds out it's a girl. It'll be really cute and funny.
But I have a core feeling that it's probably a girl.
My whole family thinks it's a girl. And he has a friend who says she's psychic, and I believe her. She has predicted a lot of weird things in our life, including the baby. And she hugged me the other day and said, it's a girl. Questions for Baby B. Are you going to have a Disney-related clothes for Baby B? Absolutely. We already have some.
I'll grab 1 or 2 real quick.
Grab my favorite one, which is the Thumper one. There's also a Fox and the Hound shirt that he can't find.
So we're going to put the baby in this right here because it'll be cold in March.
Yeah.
So look at this. Look how cute it is.
And then this. Look at its little fins. And its little hat that matches. How happy and excited are you for Baby B?
Very excited.
Dylan's actually more excited than I am. And if you've had a baby before, I think this is a common feeling. I'm still at that, like, not denial, but like that, like...
Is this real?
Is this real? Especially because I don't feel it or see it yet, so I'm like... Are you still in there? And like, so I'm progressively getting more excited though, but we wanted a baby, so it's not like a denial like, oh God, no, it's like a denial like, I just don't want anything bad to happen.
Right. And questions. How did you find out? Well, I mean, I guess that obvious, I guess I'm more asking, what were your
reactions / how did you tell people? We have
that
a video.
That video is right here. So yeah, you can definitely go watch that. It's linked to down the bottom too.
Now that there is a baby coming, are you going to move into something bigger? Because with experience, it's very hard to raise a baby and have all those adorable pets. Here's the thing. We live in a 2-bedroom apartment that has an upstairs and a downstairs. The bedroom we are in now is currently my crafting room because, as you know, I craft for a living. But my brother just graduated from college, so his room at my parents' house is empty and vacant, and he moved out. So what we have decided to do is we are making my craft room. We are moving my craft room / making a filming room in my brother's old room that I'll be sharing with my mom, who needs an office too. So my mom and I will be splitting that room. It's a huge room, by the way. And this will become the nursery. And then that way, I will be forced to go to work like a normal person rather than just walk across the hall. So the baby will have its own room.
Do have plans to move into something bigger, but that's so abstract and like in the weird future. It's like, we'll deal.
So concentrating on paying and becoming parents.
Yeah.
Because we got that financial thing going on now.
Yeah.
How did you tell Dylan? I took a picture of, I made a onesie that said Future Musketeer.
The video has the...
I know, and I made it my phone wallpaper, and I told him I had a new wallpaper, and I showed it to him. And that's how we told him, and he almost passed out. Were you trying, not trying, or oops, we were trying.
We've been trying since about October.
November.
I was trying a little before you. No, I was joking. No, of 2014, so it took a little while.
I was like, no, and I was like, oh wait, yeah. So it took a bit, but it always takes a bit. We were discouraged, but it's normal. Thoughts on natural birthing, etc.
That's her.
As of right now, natural birthing looks terrible. No, I'm going to try. I am having the baby in the hospital. I'm not having the baby at home. My mom and my grandmother were dead set against that because something may happen. And I know that there are safe ways to do it, but I would feel safer in the hospital. It's just personal opinion. But I am going to try and hold off on drugs as long as I can, but I can't guarantee I will make it. But it also depends on how fast it goes. My mom was in labor for like 72 hours with my brother, so I will need drugs at that point.
Any mommy intuition on gender?
I don't have intuition yet. I had a dream it was a girl, but that's the only dream I've had about the baby, so I don't know if that counts, but I haven't gotten to that intuition point, but I really want it to be a girl.
Plans for a baby moon.
Oh, we were gonna go to Disney before the baby was born as opposed to after, but then we were told that was a terrible idea. Because
our trip was supposed to be in December and the baby's coming in January. So it's something that we may go do something small.
We might go to Gatlinburg, which is only a couple hours away. I don't think we'll be making a big to-do about it because, like I said before, having a baby is a big financial thing, and
if we do anything, it'll be small.
It'll be small, like going to Nashville and getting a hotel just for fun, or going to like Chattanooga or somewhere very close, or I don't know, never know. One of our siblings might go do something and we can travel with the family. Just
who knows?
Who knows? It says, have you always had the names? Or are you going for just a name you like? A name with cultural heritage, a name from with family significance? We actually had totally different names. For like 4 years, we had the same names. Actually, Killian was always the name. But we had a different girl name. And then when I got pregnant, I was like, that name seems too common. It became more popular.
Killian was never the name. James was. Because it was always...
something James. But James was always the...
James.
That's right. You're right. Okay, you're right.
It was going to be Valken James.
And then everybody made fun of it when we told them. And I was like...
guys, come on, yeah.
But when I got pregnant, I was like, the girl name is too common and the boy name gets made fun of too much. Now that this is a real thing, we need to
hone in.
But my mom has said, and I think your mom said it too, that we might change the name once the baby starts
developing
moving around and doing things, because they apparently develop a personality, which I don't know yet, but apparently I had a different name and then it got changed or something like that. I don't know. So we changed our mind, and they don't have any cultural significance or family significance.
Do you have any plans to keep your child away from gender norms? I know some people use a gender neutral name and let their child pick their toys while also dressing and using gender neutral colors in their rooms. I was just curious if that was something you would do. Also, how excited are you? Answer that one first. Very excited.
Very excited.
Karina, just go ahead.
I had a meltdown the other day about gender norms because we went to Walmart and I didn't like... I got mad because in the boys section there was cool toys like dinosaurs and Legos and all sorts of cool science toys. And then you go in the girls section and there's vacuum cleaners and kitchens and dishwashing things. And as a girl who doesn't do any of those things, I got really angry. Don't nod your head.
No, you don't.
It made me upset because I was like, if we put the vacuum and the dishwashing stuff in the gender neutral stuff, I would have no problem with it because a boy can have a vacuum. I don't care. I don't care about the vacuum itself. I care that it was strictly in the girls section. And I used to nanny a little boy, and he had one parent who was very gender, didn't care what he picked, and another one who was not. Who was, you're a boy and this is what you pick. And he would get very conflicted, and we would go to the store and he'd be like, I can't have that, that's a girl toy. And I would have to tell him, you can have whatever you want if you want it. And Dylan's really good about that too, because, and I don't mean this offensively, but you are very effeminate.
Yeah, we had a talk earlier.
I would like my child to pick whatever toy they want. I wish toy companies would put boys and girls on toy boxes rather than just boys and just girls, because kids get it in their head that if it's got a boy on it and they're a girl, they can't buy it, and vice versa. But anyway. And then we also have intentions of letting our kid try every sport, regardless of what gender norm is with that sport. I would like my son to try dance and cheerleading. I would like my daughter to play football if she wants to. And I will fight tooth and nail to make sure my kid gets to do that.
Bottom line, our child is going to grow up in an environment to where they should feel confident to try whatever they want to try. And if they have a question or concern about something, then we're always going to answer with a thought out response as opposed to a no or just because.
How weird is it knowing that you're growing a tiny human? Isn't that amazing? It's still pretty surreal right now. I still haven't really thought about it. It becomes really real when I see it, but I'm a very visual person. So once the ultrasound shuts off, I'm like, I don't know what's in there anymore. It could have turned into an alien for all I know after that shut off. But so it's very surreal right now. But I think, like I said, once I have more physical evidence, like, getting bigger, and I can feel it moving, because I can't feel it yet, then I think it will become, like, that really weird moment. But if I really think about it, it is weird that, like, I'm creating a person. Do the pets seem to notice anything is different? Have they been loving on Karina more while she's sick, or not acting different at all?
Lupin's been more cuddly. Ariana's been more cuddly.
Lupin's also been misbehaving a lot more.
Yeah, he knows something's going on.
He's pushing his boundaries a little bit, which is weird to talk about him like he's a kid. But he is. He definitely is. Ariana's being more cuddly with you, though. She's not being more cuddly with me.
Yeah, she knows I need more attention. I need a lot of attention.
When I throw up, though, they clear the room. When I throw up, they're like, psh, they're gone. Like, I started throwing up the other day, and Lupin was laying next to me, and he was like, nope. So they are not loving when I need it. They're just loving when it's really inconvenient to me.
I don't know if Walt Disney World has it, but Disneyland has the baby swap where you let in the attendant know the part of the group is staying behind with the baby. Past second part. Yeah, Disney World has that.
I think Disney World does have that, which is good. So we'll also have Nathan with us, and Nathan goes to Disney all the time, so, like, if he'd be okay with sitting a ride out or two.
Yeah.
Or, like, he could sit with the baby, and then I'll sit with the baby, and then we'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
Thank you, Euro Wizard Kristen.
Will baby be as big of a Disney fan as you guys are? It better.
It should.
How are you guys preparing for the baby around the house and stuff?
We're not really.
Yet.
Both of our parents had very similar views on babies in the house. It's just teach them not to mess with stuff and to be cautious of things.
And then if things get broken, it gets broken.
My one thing is just the wall plugs.
Whoa, Ariana.
Just the plugs for the walls.
But we haven't done anything yet because I'm still very newly pregnant and we have plenty of time. The one thing we are doing, though, is now that we've told people, a lot of people who have had babies
are just giving us
stuff, which is amazing because we have gotten...
Thanks, Deborah.
Because we have gotten, like, the most expensive parts of having a baby, like the crib, the car seats, and, like, things like that, of that nature, that are, like, the necessities. We've got them. We have 2 car seats, a crib, a mattress, wraps, and baby carriers.
All kinds of stuff.
We've got so much stuff now. So, like, now everything else is just gravy. A changing table that my dad got from Goodwill for, like, $4.
Are there any awesome books or websites you'd recommend for other pregnant youngish women?
My mom got me What to Expect When Expecting, and I think that's, like, the general rule. When you're pregnant, someone gives that to you.
I've read it more than she has.
He has, yes. Sorry.
I have a book recommendation.
For men.
It's called The Diaper...
It's like From Dude to Dad.
From Dude to Dad, and it's a very good book. As far as websites and stuff, we've really just kind of been browsing Pinterest and just...
Yeah, Pinterest is great because there are so many things that I was like, ooh, that's going to be so expensive. And then I was like, I can make that. And I'm sure I could find on Pinterest a way to make that. And I have. And it's just really nice. And the other thing I found useful is blogs. And I haven't, like, stuck to one in particular. But, like, reading mommy blogs is always nice because you hear of other people's opinions. But I also think that the opposite end of that is you can't always read into them, say that's what's going to happen to you, because everybody's pregnancy is really different. Because I read one that had me so convinced I was going to miscarry. Like, so convinced. My mom was like, stop reading them. But then some of them were extremely helpful and really lovely. So just be careful what you read, I think. The other things is apps. The only apps that I've downloaded like 10, but I've only been using Cinemama, which I'm really behind on, but you're supposed to take a picture every day, and it puts it in a calendar, and at the end you can make a slideshow where you can, like, watch your belly gradually grow. But I've gotten really bad at it, but I haven't grown at all yet, so that's okay. And then the other one I use is just called Pregnancy, and it's got, like, a little fetusy face on it. I don't know. But it tells you, like, you are this many days pregnant and this week, and that your baby is the size of a pear. And I don't know, it's just kind of cool to see that stuff, and it also tells you, like, what you'll be experiencing now, like how many days you have left to go and things like that. So that's a nice one too.
Have you guys dealt with any negativity about the baby news, or how would you deal with it? We haven't dealt with any negativity. It's all been really wonderful.
I was really worried that we would like, oh, you're going to change now, or I thought our friends would think we couldn't be with them anymore. But our
we
friends
have such a small group of close friends that every single one of them
has been so happy. I mean, you all saw it.
Yeah. So
you all saw Nathan's reaction.
And then how would we deal with it? The big thing is, and this is something that we learned around the time that we started YouTube, was to just let people go.
People will always say something negative, always. And
if you give them the opportunity
right.
to.
And just because they said it doesn't mean it's true. It's literally really sad people who you have something they want and they say something negative. But I will say, even in all of our 100+ videos, out of the thousands of comments we've gotten, we've maybe gotten like 10 negative comments in our whole. So we are very fortunate that we have really great people, and I think that if you exude positivity and you exude honesty, because like I can tell you that this is exactly how we are in real life, and I think people can tell that, so there's no like,
oh, they're putting on a show,
right? And then there's no, I guess because they're so honest, we shouldn't really say anything bad. You know, I don't know. What's going to be your baby's first Disney movie? I would like to think it's going to be Beauty and the Beast, but then again, I have a feeling the baby will be watching lots of movies that they will never remember until they're older, because that's how I was raised. My parents put on TV and movies when I was a baby all the time, and now look at me. Do you want a boy or a girl? Girl. Okay, hold on. I think the previous question was, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't know what I want.
What do you want?
I don't have an answer, because I don't want baby to watch this in the future and be like,
you wanted me to be
a girl, because my parents wanted me to be a boy and wanted my 2 other brothers to be girls.
And you tell them that all the time, though.
All the time.
Dylan. I told my brother that we had an 18-year-old sister that died, so I guess that's worse. We did it, guys. It's just me and my brother. And my sister. But there was no...
Who's younger?
Who's younger? Sorry.
I want a boy.
You want a boy?
I want a boy. I'll say.
I actually thought you wanted a girl. Will Baby B be going to Disneyland/World or Disney on Ice first? Are we talking about real life baby or fetus baby?
Fetus baby will go to Disney on Ice
because that's in October.
Real baby will go to Disney World in March of 2016. How have the first few weeks of pregnancy been going? Any weird cravings?
Oh, the answer is I haven't craved anything weird like pickles and peanut butter or anything like that, but I've been very particular about what I eat. Like, a lot of things have, like, put me off. I eat a crap ton of pizza Lunchables, cereal, because these are things that don't smell fragrant, and I think that's what throws me off is the smell of like cooking. Like, he can't cook in the house. We had to buy pre-cooked chicken so that I could actually eat some meat. Although I will say, I know, I'm sorry, I never liked peppers before, like banana peppers and like green peppers. I hated them. I had one the other day, a banana pepper, and I loved it, like in a sandwich. And I was like, I like peppers now. That's the only weird thing that's happened, really, right?
Yeah.
I've been craving juice. That's not water, but that's simply because I've been forced to drink water, and I hate water. How are the first few weeks going? Very sick. I don't throw up a lot, which TMI I'm sure, but I feel nauseous quite a bit. But I've had people talking me through it, and I feel a little bit. It's coming in waves now, so I'm hoping it goes away. Have you guys ever changed a diaper before, or changed a diaper or fed a baby? Or will baby be the first? We'll answer that first. I have changed hundreds. I was 10 when my sister was born, and I was a nanny and a babysitter like most girls.
I've changed a couple.
But not a lot.
Not a lot.
I helped you change when your first diaper as a grown person.
Yeah.
I remember that. Was baby B planned or unexpected? Planned. Well, we were trying. We didn't know when it would happen, though. Have you guys bought any baby things? Yes. Can't help it. Does having all your pets around the baby scare you? Do you plan on breastfeeding? I want to try. I know it's hard, and I know it's something that all women try to do, at least. Not all women, but most women. But I know a lot of women aren't successful. But if I'm going to try breastfeeding, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to pump, because it saves money and it's really good for the baby.
True.
And it's I've heard it's easier, but then I've heard it's also harder, so I don't really know. I don't know. Will you have a Disney-themed baby shower? That's actually a probably yes.
That's probably a yes. We haven't gotten there yet.
That's really our parents' decision.
Yeah.
Any cravings yet? Cravings, kind of. Nothing weird, but like, I know what I want. I definitely know what I don't want. And a lot of it, what I don't want is meat.
Yeah.
Morning sickness gotten better. Kind of. Any weird dreams? No. Heartburn? Felt the baby kick? No, it's way too early for that right now. But I know it's moving in there.
Did you or Dylan suspect before you actually found out?
I suspected moments before I found out. How long have you been trying to get pregnant? Since November. And do you guys have any names picked out? We said that. How long have you known and how far along are you? I've known since Cinco de Mayo, which was a great day to find out. And I am currently today, I'm like 14 weeks and like 4 days or something like that. Karina, what was your first reaction when you found out you were pregnant? You know that nervous laugh that you get? Like, where it's like somewhere between panic and excitement, but you're not quite sure which one yet. So you just kind of like, that's what I did. I stared at the test, and it was one of those, it had the 2 lines, and for some reason, in my like brain that was trying to like comprehend what was happening, I went, oh, it's always got 2 lines, even though I had taken plenty of negative pregnancy tests. For some reason, in my mind, the 2 lines meant I wasn't pregnant, so I like went to go throw it away, and then I went, and I was like staring at it and staring at myself in the mirror in the bathroom, and I looked at Lupin, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I went, who do I tell? What happens? Do I call someone? Do I call Dylan? I was torn between, because I hate keeping secrets, I was torn between calling him at work and telling him over the phone, and then I was like, but I've always thought of like cute ways to tell him. It was very, very hard.
Welcome to part
2. Oh, this is 4. 2.
That's welcome to quad. Welcome